So we're going to do this example. Given the Haber process, reaction N2 plus 3H2 gas produces 2NH3 gas. Write the appropriate equilibrium constant expression for this reaction at 500 C. So this is an important process. It's a lot of energy in the world goes to this process. It's called fixing nitrogen to get nitrogen out of the gas so they can be used for like fertilizers and stuff. But that we'll talk about in a moment. Appropriate equilibrium constant expression. So we're looking for K. And we're going to call it C for concentrations. So we're going to include gases and aqueuses. These are all gases, and it's going to be products. I'm going to put NH3 inside brackets to say concentration. The 2 because there's a coefficient of 2 over the reactants, N2 to the 1, H2 to the third because the coefficient is 3. That's all you got to do for an equilibrium expression. They gave us the concentrations. So what we want to do is, since we know that these values are at equilibrium, we can plug it into the K equation up here, and we get out a number, and that will be the correct number for our equilibrium expression. So plug in 0.114 for NH3 squared divided by 0.602 and also divide by 0.420 to the third. And it's important, once again, whenever you use your calculator, to make sure you do appropriate order of operations. So you have to make sure that you can type into your calculator right. So I 0.113 squared, I hit divide, 0.602, and then I might actually hit divide again, 0.420 to the third. If you use the fraction button, you might put it in a little different. They had 3 sig figs each, so 3 sig figs. And equilibrium constants don't get a unit, so there's no unit on it. The Haber process is important. Fritz Haber is the person that came up with this. I'll let you read through. It was a way to form ammonia from nitrogen and hydrogen gas. This process was developed by Fritz Haber, as I said, during World War I. I think it might have been slightly before. It was a way to get nitrogen, which is used in explosives. Germany had been cut off from their supply because of the war. It's also really important now because it's how we get most of our fertilizer. Excess nitrogen gets into the water, and this causes algae blooms, which is bad. This causes the hypoxia zone that's in the Gulf of Mexico, which is a big dead area because there's too much fertilizer. Fritz was pioneering chlorine gas, so you'll notice that he was really good at making weapons. He was called the father of chemical warfare, and he was awarded a Nobel Prize in 1918, which caused some controversy. He was Jewish, so in World War II, even though he had come up with the process to make a whole bunch of weapons, he got booted from Germany. His wife committed suicide because of the guilt over her husband creating chemical weapons, and he just thought he was a good guy that was helping out his country.